How are you doing, Blackhawks fans? Welcome to From Center Ice. My name is Courtney. The Chicago Blackhawks certainly have not started their season out very well. They are currently 0-2-1, their 1 point coming from an overtime loss to the New Jersey Devils on Friday night. We all know they lost their season opener against the Colorado Avalanche after they got scored on 3 times in the first 10 minutes of the game. And then Saturday in Pittsburgh, they tried to even outdo that by getting scored on 4 times in the first 12 minutes of the game. And getting scored on in the first 15 seconds of the game after Friday night getting scored on in the first 17 seconds of the game. So again, how are you doing? Myself? Well, I didn't have to watch Saturday night's game live because I was at the Ice Hogs game in Rosemont and they ended up beating the Chicago Wolves, so that was a happy night for me. I got to see my Piggies play. I didn't have to watch this dumpster fire of a Blackhawks team lose to the Pittsburgh Penguins with a terrible first period. But that same day, when I was planning on making a video for Friday night's game, my phone just wouldn't restart and it was stuck in a reboot cycle, so I had to spend the afternoon at the phone store getting a brand new cell phone, which I definitely did not anticipate doing. So because of good old technical difficulties, we did not have a video for Friday's game, and it took me until today to watch Saturday night's game because I was very much dreading doing that. When they lose a game, it's a lot easier watching it back because you know what happens. When it's live, it's all fresh and it hurts a lot more, but when you know that you are walking into something terrible and you are just expecting it, it's not as bad to watch. It still sucks, don't get me wrong, but at least you have a warning for it. So I watched that this afternoon and it was definitely very much not fun like I anticipated, but the Chicago Blackhawks have their home opener tonight against the New York Islanders. The also completely defeated New York Islanders. I don't think anybody anticipated them to be last in their division to start the season, but they are 0-2. The Blackhawks would even be ahead of them because they have 1 point from going to overtime. So basically one of these teams has to get their first win of the season. I could totally see it going scoreless into overtime because neither team wants to win apparently. Or it will go into overtime tied like 9-9 because defense sucks, the goaltenders can't stop a puck, they just keep losing, but somebody has to win. Or the Blackhawks will lose something like 4-0 while getting scored on in the first 10 seconds and then getting 3 more goals scored on them at some point, probably also in the first period. The options are endless, my friends. See how I named all of these options, but I never really said that the Blackhawks were going to win? Hey, they might, but you can't blame me for not being very optimistic about this team currently. But I switched it up a little today. I went sans hat, and I am wearing my Marc-Andre Fleury jersey, trying to bring some sort of good vibes into his game tonight, or at least into his first period, because that's where it's really all gone wrong. Granted, that was his only period on Saturday because he got pulled and Kevin Lankinen came in and played the rest of the game, only giving up 1 goal. But the point stands, Marc-Andre Fleury needs some positive vibes, so I am wearing the flower jersey. I'm going to keep it on all night. I haven't worn a Blackhawks jersey during game time yet, so maybe this will switch it up. I don't know why I would be the one to bring them positive vibes, but stranger things have happened. Hockey makes 0 sense, so that's what we are going to do. And since I don't want to go through the whole play-by-play of the last 2 games and make you guys suffer through that again along with myself, let's just jump into the 3 questions I have for tonight's game against the New York Islanders. Question 1. Can the Blackhawks keep the Islanders off the board in the first minute of the game? You cannot blame me for asking this question after how the past 2 games have gone with 2 different goaltenders. Granted, I don't necessarily blame our goalies for any of the losses so far. Fleury has to be better, especially in the first period. Lanks has been okay. He gave up 1 goal per period on Friday. I mean, that's not terrible. And he gave up 1 goal on Saturday. But the team in front of them has to be better. Fleury is in net tonight. Hopefully the joy, if there is any joy, from the home fans will get the team pumped up and maybe they just wanted to get their first win at home? I guess we can certainly hope that is the case for whatever reason, you know, just give away points because we want to get our first win at home. I'm just trying to make sense of what we've seen so far. But this is the Chicago Blackhawks where nothing makes sense. So, question 2. Can the Blackhawks outshoot the New York Islanders? So far, through 3 games, the Blackhawks have been outshot in all 3 of them because they don't really show up to the game until it's too late. So, since both teams are completely defeated and have not won a game yet, maybe, just maybe, they can come out with some energy in this game. It is the home opener. Can they just outshoot the team? If nothing else, just show that you're trying to score the goals and trying to prevent the goals, really. Emphasis on the preventing the goals. Question 3. Which team will get their first win of the season? We basically have the battle of sadness tonight. Neither team has won a game. It is very early in the season still, so things could turn around for both teams, really, and I fully anticipate that at least, Marc-Andre Fleury's season will get better. The Blackhawks as a whole, I'm not so sure about that one, but Fleury will play better as the year goes on. And hopefully that starts tonight because that would be really nice. Especially for the Blackhawks fans who decided to pay to go to this game. So those are my 3 questions that I have for tonight's home opener against the New York Islanders. What do you think heading into this game? Do you have any questions? But also just what do you think in general? How does this team turn this season around? And I don't want to hear just fire Colleton. Sure, that could be one of the ways to turn the season around, and I wouldn't be totally against that. If they happen to hire a good coach in his place, that would be fantastic. But too many people are just out there screaming, "Fire Colleton!" with no real ideas of how to make anything better or what he should do to improve his coaching to make the team better. And let's go for a more positive ending to this video. How about that? Are there any guys on the Blackhawks who have stood out to you in a good way? For me, one of those players would be Kirby Dach. He has 2 goals on the season now. That means he's shooting the puck. We've definitely seen him shoot the puck more than he has in the past since he's typically been a pass-first player. So if we can see him continue to build off of that, that would be amazing. Alex DeBrincat has also had a good season. Mackenzie Entwistle has been good. Brandon Hagel has been Brandon Hagel. He set up Kirby Dach for his goal on Saturday. How about that? The young guys are doing good things, just like they should in a rebuild. Oh yeah, we're not in a rebuild anymore. I said I was going to end this on a positive note, and I somehow found a way to not do that. That is so on brand for me. And for the Blackhawks, really. But the kids are exciting to watch. Lanks has played pretty good. We all know that Marc-Andre Fleury's going to turn it around. Like I said earlier, hopefully that starts tonight. It would obviously be great for the team if he plays better, but I think that he just needs to have a better game for himself. He certainly deserves good things, and I'm not going to blame Flower for these losses. He has a dumpster fire in front of him that he needs to deal with, and he came from Vegas, one of the best teams in the West and in the whole league last year, so it's definitely an adjustment for him. But if he could just stay in front of the net instead of adventuring, that would be fantastic. But this is Marc-Andre Fleury we're talking about here, and he's basically the king of chaos. I should probably end this video here. I'm just gonna keep rambling because I have a lot of thoughts, but I did get a lot of those thoughts out on the most recent podcast episode that we recorded. We recorded that last night. I'm currently in the middle of editing that. I had to take a break to film this video, so it will go up probably pretty soon after this video also goes up. So if you are not subscribed to this channel yet, definitely hit subscribe and give this video a like because somebody needs to have positivity in this horrible early season, and getting likes would make me happy, unlike watching the Blackhawks play, which makes me very not happy. So if you would like to hear more from me or from Center Ice, you can head on over to FromCenterIce.com. There's links to absolutely all of the places where you can find us. There will be a game preview up on there for this game tonight. You can also see the new podcast episode when that goes up, but it will also be uploaded to this YouTube channel. So again, hit subscribe, maybe turn on notifications. There's so many options for everything, my friends. Or if you would like to follow along on social media and see me live tweeting the games, you can do that. All of the links to those platforms are in the description for you. But all of that being said, thank you so very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I know this season has been very rough so far, but we will get through it together, and I will catch you all after the home opener. Bye, guys.